here in week number 8 of high school football as they come onto the field right now here in their homecoming battle against the Blue Devils of Lake Fenton High School. 7-0 so far through 7 weeks are the Wolves of Genesee. This town is absolutely primed as tonight's game 8 action just about ready to unfold here. And in the visiting white jerseys with the blue pants and blue trim with the numerals and the lettering, the Blue Devils of Lake Fenton get ready to return the opening kickoff and get this game underway. For Lake Fenton, it'll be Jim Burdich who will be back deep. He is dangerous for this Blue Devil ball club. On the punt return side of things, he had a 32-yard return last Friday night, and he is dangerous on the kickoff returns as well, and we'll see how the Wolves of Genesee adapt to that. They'll try to kick away from him. It'll be Waleed Samara who will be doing, let's see if it'll be Samara or it'll be Pete Brown. Looks like Pete Brown will be doing the kicking for the Wolves, or hold on here. Now it'll be, we've got both Samara and Brown in position. Looks like it's going to be Samara, and he is their deep kicker. It'll be a little pooch kick, though, taken at about bobbled at about the 27-yard line, but recovered there by the Blue Devils, and they'll begin this football game with the football at their own 27, and recovering that, number 80 for Lake Fenton, and that's Jason Phillips. For the Blue Devils, offensively, it'll be Chris Morway at the split end, Anthony Fusaro, Joe Orr at the left tackle, Corey Chappelle at left guard, Scott LeDuc at the center, Josh Langlois the right guard, and Matt LeBranch the tackle on that side. The give right up the middle, though, is on first down. Good yardage there by number 36, Jason Alexander, one of the twin backs in the split veer for the Blue Devils. Jim Burdich is the other back in that tandem, and then it's Ryan Bird, the flanker. Josh Latimer is the quarterback, and Jason Phillips is the end on the right side for the Blue Devils. We'll get to that Genesee defense in just a moment. Oh, and it's stacked up before it can go anywhere. So after a gain of about 8 on the first play, going nowhere that time. In fact, the loss of a yard. So we're at third down. For Genesee, it'll be Derek Beard, Jason Kuhn, Ryan Watson, Nolan Spear, and Chuck Marshall across the front. Robert Burchell and Jason Wilson are the linebackers, and Burdich the carry on third down. He goes nowhere. So the Wolves, in fact, there'll be a loss on the play. The Wolves defense holding there, and they're going to force a kick. And rounding out that defense that has shown some good stuff already, the Sam linebacker is Tom McGregor, number 80, and then it's Travis Carpenter, William Todd, and Tom Schaub in that secondary. But we'll talk about their offense here quickly as the Wolves will go to work with the football on their own 43, maybe the 44-yard line to get things started. So the Wolves will begin first down and 10 with the ball on the 44-yard line, and they'll show I formation and they give off the left side to Ryan Watson, and Watson with room to run. Big play for Watson. From the 44 of Genesee all the way down in deep into Lake Fenton territory. And one of the game keys that Rich Rudy talked about with me was that they wanted to be able to control the football offensively, keep the Genesee offense off the field, and not happening here early. 26-yard run by Watson on the opening possession for the Wolves. Pass out in the right square out zone, and it's broken up out there nicely by Jim Burdich. Good job. In fact, he probably is kicking himself a little bit. Thought he maybe could have intercepted that pass. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Wolves. Offensively for the Wolves, they go to the toss here. And picking up modest yardage out there after it looked like it could be a big gain. Number 21, Chuck Marshall. Marshall's going to pick up 4. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 for the Wolves across the front. McGregor at one end, Kurt Wheeler, Eric Monroe, Justin Hedrick, Brian Ames, John Hayden, and Tom Schaub across the front. The quarterback is Pete Brown. Interesting story. We'll take you back to a few years ago with him in just a moment. Then it's Chuck Marshall and Ryan Watson in the back. Travis Carpenter normally starts in that backfield spot or in that flanker spot, but starting tonight, and he'll be seeing a lot of action, but starting tonight, Nathan Chase. 1st down carry out there for the Wolves. I believe that was Watson out there. So the Wolves with the 1st down here in the opening quarter, 8:40 and counting. And with their first drive of the football game, they are deep into Blue Devil territory. They give right up the gut. Following the center and the guards. It'll be Marshall with the carry for the Wolves. And he's going to pick up some good yardage. Gain of 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3 working against this Blue Devil defense. Langlois, Leduc, LaBranche, Phillips, and now are the front four, Alexander, Chappelle, or the linebackers. The give right up the left side and breaking through for the touchdown scamper from 14 yards out and getting the Wolves on the board. Ryan Watson, and Genesee goes 56 yards in 6 plays. Wolves will attempt just a quick note to our crew in the truck. We are not getting video here in the press box. And here's the snap, the hold, the kick, and what looks to be good. The kick by Waleed Samara, and the Wolves are on top 7-0 here in the opening quarter. 7-0, they look for 8-0 with a win here tonight, while the Blue Devils of Lake Fenton 3-4 on the season. And let's take a look at the replay right now, and the give will go to Watson, and he might have been touched early in the run, but not very late in the run. He broke through and from 14 yards out scores for the Wolves. And there you see the return team heading out to the field for Lake Fenton. They wanted to try to limit the big plays. Let's go through the game keys for Lake Fenton. They wanted to control the football, keep their offense on the field, which would keep the Genesee offense off the field. Not successful so far in the first quarter. They wanted to be able to run successfully, but mix the pass and not have to rely on the pass. In other words, they did not want to get into a must-pass situation. So far, Lake Fenton. And now Pete Brown will kick off. It'll be a squibber. It's an onside. Oh, and terrific play there by the Blue Devils up man. One of them on the far side there. In fact, let's give the attaboy out there to Matt LaBranche. 6'3", 210-pound senior. Good job recovering that onside kick. Pete Brown squibbed it out there, and Coach Jim Mastering says a lot about his confidence in his defense. Terrific confidence in the defense there to go to the onside kick, because if it's not successful, as it wasn't here, Lake Fenton gets excellent field position there. You see a good look at the Blue Devils. Oh, great surge defensively, but to give inside to Burdich, and Burdich is going to pick up some positive yards. And it looked as though he might get stopped in the backfield. I mean, boom. Let's give it a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. And they come to the line of scrimmage again. Twisting and trying to move away from the tacklers. Burdich brought down there by number 80. That's Tom McGregor, along with number 88, Derek Beard. And the flag that came flying in there is going to go against the visitors, and procedures to call, and it'll be refused after the loss of 1 on the play. So it's 3rd down and 8. This Lake Fenton offense trying to come up with a big play here. They did not want to have to get in the situation where they'd have to throw the football a lot, and right now this is a passing situation. Wolves are, we're going to have movement on both sides of the ball, and let's see if the Wolves were drawn off or whether or not the offensive line held their ground long enough. Nope, the call will go against the visitors. So this time the Wolves must accept the penalty. It is a dead ball call, and so it's going to set up 3rd down now and about 13. So 3rd and 13, throw deep, man open, well overthrown though, as running along that far sidelines for the Blue Devils, number 32, Ryan Bird, and he just couldn't catch up to it, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down and 13, and the Blue Devils will be forced to punt. And a chance for them to pin the Wolves deep. 7-0 our score. Genesee leading in this football game. Snap there. Kick is going to be an end-over-end kick that Watson drifts back and takes it his 19-yard line. Tries to spin away from a defender, but doing a good job with the punt coverage. Number 2, Jim Burdich, getting down there and forcing Watson to go wide, and then the defender that everybody looks for when chasing somebody around an end came into play, and that was the sideline. And good job by Burdich back there on the coverage, or down there on the coverage. So the Wolves of Genesee begin with the football. 6:23 to go here in the opening quarter. And you see a good look down low. They'll begin this on the 20, looks like the 23-yard line. Reverse pivot, and they give to the first man, actually. Nice twisting run inside. Hustling effort there by number 23, Nathan Chase. And Chase with the first down pickup. Goes from the 23 all the way out to the 36. So 13-yard pickup for Chase. First down and 10 here, homecoming for the Wolves. Coming to the right side, number 13, Travis Carpenter. Man in the slot and the twin backs for the Wolves. Working against a 5-man front, or 4-man front. Ball's on the ground. Picked up. It's going to be a loss for the Wolves, but one of the things that Coach Rudy talked about was, to me yesterday, was trying to create some turnovers. And defensively, they want to limit big plays. They were hurt by big plays last year against this Genesee team. Make them earn whatever points they get. They just didn't want to get in a situation where they were going to have to play a short field. And that time, the Wolves, with the fumble, nearly gave Lake Fenton the short field to work with offensively. Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11. Give to the first man through, and he goes up over the 35. Out near the 37-yard line. So call it a gain of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 9 for the Wolves. Staggered cadence by Brown, the quarterback. Reverse pivot. He's going to keep it. Brown with room to run. Big first down yardage run on the play, and he'll be into Blue Devil territory. (16-yard) pickup by Brown. 1st down and 10 in Blue Devil territory on the 47. Wolves scored in their first drive. It was a 6-play, 56-yard drive. Man in motion for the Wolves. Here's the toss to Watson. He bounces off one would-be tackler and another. Breaks another tackle. He's got room to run along the far sidelines, and Watson with an electric run from 47 yards out. Touchdown. You got to be kidding me. He took 2 hits in the backfield, broke a tackle along the far sideline, and Ryan Watson 47 yards on the touchdown run, and we'll take a look at it again in just a moment. What a big play by Watson. And the Wolves are on the board 13-0. We'll take a look at it after the extra point attempt. And out there with the extra point attempt will be Waleed Samara. Back to hold will be the man that did the work with running the football, following some good blocks once he got around that left end. And it's Watson taking the snap. The kick is up, and it's good. Inside that left upright, and Watson 2 for 2. And let's take a look at that replay right now. 14-0, the Wolves on top. You'll see him take 2 hits in the backfield. Now there you see Coach Rudy trying to circle his troops on the near sideline. And we'll get you that replay here in just a moment. Watson, though, from 47 yards out, his second score of the game. He scampered from 14 and now 47, and he's having quite a first quarter. In fact, for some, that'd be quite a game already. Now we are working with a short staff in our truck, so we're gonna take a look at that replay right now and watch Watson's work here. Get a ground level view. Watson bounces off a tackler, and that's a good shot there. Then another would-be tackler. Then another one along the far side. And then once he breaks free, it's see you later. Read about it in the paper. Watson, 47 yards for the score. Good ground level look there. I like that. Lou Fenton doing the work down there. 3:54 left to go in the opening quarter, and it'll be another squibber, I think, coming up here. Nope. Yeah, it will be. And it's going to go out of bounds along the far left side. And that's going to be a flag, and it'll be an option for Lake Fenton to either take the ball at the 35-yard line or actually maybe even where the ball went out. And I think that's exactly what they'll do. They'll take some good field position right there. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Lake Fenton at their own. Let's see if they put it in the 37. Looks like that's about where it's going to be. Officially, it'll be a procedure call against the Wolves of Genesee. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. Not sure if we're giving that Genesee defense. We'll do so after this play. Split left, slot left. The give off the right side, and good running room over off that right side for the Blue Devils. See if that was Burdich out there carrying the football. Nope, number 32, I think. Let's take a peek here. Jason Alexander, number 36, with the nice gain. Pickup of 6 on the play. For Genesee across the front, Derek Beard, Jason Kuhn, Ryan Watson, Nolan Spear, and Chuck Marshall. That's the front five. We'll get the balance for you in just a moment. Back to throw. Tight end's open. He's got him complete inside Genesee territory. Nice job there by Josh Latimer on the throw. Complete to Jason Phillips out there. Ten-yard pickup on the play for the Wolves. Robert Burchell is one linebacker. Jason Wilson another. The Sam man is Tom McGregor, kind of a Sam linebacker. Now the pitch to Burdich, and he caught it on that left hip and tried to turn upfield. Got back to the line of scrimmage and maybe got one more. Looks like they're going to spot it. Nose of the football on about the 45-yard line. 2:46 left to go here. Call it a pickup of one. And the secondary for the Wolves, Travis Carpenter, William Todd, and Tom Schaub. Schaub made the tackle on that completion across the middle to Jason Phillips. Second down and 9. Lake Fenton will split left, slot left again. Rolling out. And Latimer throwing, completing along the near sidelines. And a big play that time for the Blue Devils, complete to Ryan Bird. So from the 47-yard line, the Blue Devils marching down now in the 26. Pickup of 21 on the play. Just a quick note here, the Wolves of Genesee, 3 consecutive shutouts to their defensive ledger out there, and they're not accustomed to seeing opponents this deep in their territory. At least they don't allow points this the last 3 weeks in this fashion. And run up the middle. Let's see who it was carrying the mail that time. Burdich. Burchell and Spear on the tackle, and it'll be a little gain of, we'll call it 1. Second down and 9. Receivers to both sides. Twins in the backfield. Slant pass complete across from left to right. Right about where the numbers are on the field. Complete out there. Let's see. I believe it was to number 84, Chris Morway. That's who it was complete to. So Morway with a gain of, let's call it 13 on the play, maybe 14. First down and 10. Blue Devils coming in here. Fresh off a win against Genesee last week. The toss to Burdich. He's got room to run. Cuts back inside. Burdich with a good gain, and he's down near first down yardage. In fact, he's down near the goal line. So Burdich has got the first down, and he's going to give it to the Devils. The Blue Devils now first and goal from what looks like the 2. So first and goal from the 2, and what now is going to be the 8th play of the drive for Lake Fenton. And we've got a timeout called, and it'll be a timeout called by Jim Massering's Genesee Wolves. The Wolves coming into this football game defensively allowing just 6.4 points per game. They've shut out 3 consecutive opponents. Here you see our score, 14-0. Folks, there's no such thing as a right to play school sports. Taxes don't buy you the privilege. School sports are for those kids who make the grade by being enrolled in the school they represent and in meeting all of the necessary classroom and conduct standards are allowed to play, and that level playing field is what makes high school sports a privilege to play. This has been a public service message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association and Comcast Cable Channel 17. So it's first and goal from the 2. Blue Devils averaging 18.3 points per game. In wins this year, they're averaging 30 points a game. In their losses, just 9.3 points per game. They've got a chance to put some points on the board right now. Quarterback sneak, and it looks like he's going to be close. Latimer keeping the football, going off the left side between Corey Chappelle and Scott Leduc. Chappelle the center, Chappelle is the left guard, and Leduc is the center. Picked up 1 on the play. So second and goal, from the 1-yard line. 9th play of the drive. This is one of the things they wanted to do. Keep the football, force Genesee's defense to stay on the field more. Lake Fenton wanted to use their offense as a bit of their defense, and Latimer tries to get in again with a sneak. No go. Gained 0. 10th play of the drive coming up. 3rd down and goal from the 1. And I don't think we're going to get another play off here in this opening quarter. Down to zeros here from Genesee High School. And after 1 quarter of play, 14-0 for the home team. There you see the Wolves with the 14-0 lead. It'll be Lake Fenton right there at the doorstep to bring us the first play of this second quarter. Folks, the finals of the 1999 Michigan High School Athletic Association Boys Soccer Tournament will be played on November 13th with the Division I and III finals at Bloomfield Hills Andover High School. The Division II and IV finals will be at Lowell High School. The action begins at both sites at 11 a.m. and this is your opportunity to see some of the very best high school soccer anywhere. Make plans now to attend this year's Boys Soccer Finals on November 13th. This is a public service message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association and Comcast Cable Channel 17. So it's an opportunity now on 3rd down and goal from the 1 for the visiting Blue Devils of Lake Fenton. They'll have the football on the right hash. Latimer barking the signals out at Twins in the backfield. The give to the first man, and we've got a touchdown for the Blue Devils. Busting in off that left side, Jim Burdich, the junior running back, 6 foot, 172-pounder. And Burdich in from 1 yard out to cap the drive. Ten-play drive. Now Burdich will go back to kick with the hold by Latimer. Blue Devils have struggled in this area this year, but last week they had 5 of 7 successful point after attempts, and this time they're going to put a point up on the board after the touchdown. They do it again. They're really turning the corner in that area. Let's watch the replay here again. We'll look at Burdich on the dive off the left side. We'll get to that in just a moment. The score coming on the very first play of the second quarter. Here you get a look at it. Staggered count there. Again, he's hit deep in the backfield. Good job by Burdich to bounce off and wiggle his way in. So the shutout string, I'm not sure how many points, now you look at that Goodrich game, that was the last time anybody had scored against Genesee. So the 12, now it was a 13-quarter streak, shutout streak coming to an end, and it's 14-7 now Genesee. Kicking off will be Burdich. Back deep for the Wolves. Looks like it's Marshall back there, and I believe Watson. Squib kick handled there very well by Tom Schaub at the 45, maybe the 46-yard line. Good job. Both teams have had to be heads up on their kickoff returns. with squib kicks, and they've both done a nice job with that. So the Wolves will begin with the football with 11:54 to go here in the second quarter. First down and 10. Ball at the 41-yard line. They give to Watson. Watson breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets to the outside. Watson's going to go the distance. 59 yards, touchdown, Genesee. Lightning strikes after the Lake Fenton touchdown, and the lead goes back to 2 touchdowns for the homecoming Wolves of Genesee. $11:42 left to go here in the opening half, and the Wolves just strike that quickly. We'll get a replay for you in just a moment after the point after attempt that we'll see Waleed Samara attempt here. Snap is perfect, hold is there, the kick is up, end over end, splitting the uprights, and the Wolves of Genesee go on top 21-7 on the 59-yard scamper by Ryan Watson. His 3rd touchdown of the game. He's gone 14, 47, and now 59 yards. Let's look at the replay right now. And this is an example of him breaking tackles again. He broke 3 tackles on his 47-yard scamper. Watch this. He'll go off the left side. There's 1, 2, and then arm tackle. No, not going to be enough. And he is gone. Delivering mail in the northwestern part of Genesee here tonight. Little Pony Express for the Wolves. Watson from 59 yards out. Well over 100 yards already in this opening half. Now Jim Massering's ball club averaging 29.4 points per game, but in the last 2 outings, 51 and 40 on the board, and their offense clicking here tonight. Burdich back deep, along with Josh Latimer and Jason Alexander. And the Wolves beaming with confidence over there now along the far sideline after answering instantaneously to the 10-play drive that gave Lake Fenton their first points. Now Jim Mastering, let's talk about some of his game keys on special teams. They need to create big plays, or they really want to create big plays if they can on special teams. And that can be a return or it can be a fumble that they force. But the returns have been pretty good this year. They just haven't broken a long one. Their main concern on special teams has been on kickoffs. They've been putting some emphasis on there in the last week or so, and they haven't allowed a lot on the returns, but the last 2 kickoffs have gone out of bounds and given good field position to the Blue Devils, and they begin first down and 10. Lake Fenton from their own 35. And Latimer breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, then he's brought down from behind by Watson. And it'll be, well, let's call it a gain of maybe a 1. Second down and 9. Clock ticking here as we near the 11-minute mark in the second quarter. 14 points on the board in the opening quarter by the Wolves. Each team has put a touchdown and an extra point on the board here. And they give to Alexander, both teams with a touchdown in the second quarter. Alexander with first down yardage. Give him a gain of 10 on the play. Ball on the 40, just outside the 45-yard line. So first and 10 for the Blue Devils, going wide to the left. Chris Morway. Also out there is Ryan Bird. Twins in the backfield with that veer offense. They give to Burdich. Burdich runs into some trouble there, shy of the 50. He's going to pick up about 3 though. So give Burdich a gain of 3 on the play. It'll make it 2nd down and 7 for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils have scored over 21 points just twice this year. They're going to need to do that again if they're going to win this football game. Reverse pivot, give to Burdich, and he's brought down there. Hit first of all by Derek Beard of the Genesee Wolves. Beard, a sophomore, 6'4", 45 pounder. Saw some action last year in the playoffs. Again, twin receivers to the left. Split left will be Morway. In the slot out there, in the far slot, it'll be Bird, but the center quarterback exchange is bobbled there on 3rd down and 4. And so it'll be a loss of 1 on the play. 4th and 5, and Lake Fenton will have a chance to try and pin Genesee deep here. Lone man back to return. This one is Schaub. Well, they're going to fake it. The throw out there, and it's going to be picked off. Intercepted, and there's room to run with the football. William Todd along the far sideline, cuts back in, keeps his feet, and he's finally going to be brought down out there, down inside the 10. And it looked like he picked that pass off around the 30-yard line as Lake Fenton tried to do a little razzle-dazzle with the fake punt. And they've got nothing to lose. This is a team right now that is looking at a 7-0 Genesee Wolves team. And oh my, we'll get a look at that on replay here as soon as we can. Beautiful job there by William Todd, and we'll try to look at the replay following this play. 1st down and 10 for the Wolves, and the quarterback, Brown, is going to keep it. Pete Brown spins inside. Let's watch the replay now on the fake punt, the interception. It kind of looked like a punt there, the high throw, and then now Todd just going along the far sideline, picks up a couple of nice blocks. He makes a nice cut right here, keeps his feet, and picks up another 10 or 12 yards. Nice job by William Todd on the interception. Oh, we've got flags and whistles, and the give inside went to Marshall. Let's see how they spot this one. Now let's see where they'll spot this now. The 5-yard procedure call going against the Wolves. So it's going to take it back. Called 2nd and 8. So there was a pickup of 7 on that initial run by the quarterback. It didn't look like there was that much there, but he made the most of it. Now the procedure call. Second down and 8. 7:35 to go in the opening half of play. Give to Marshall, and he dances his way through 4 or 5 defenders, but just not a lot of room to run there. So it'll bring up a 3rd down here with 7:20 to go in the second quarter. 21-7 our score with Genesee on top. So 3rd down and goal from what looks to be the 8-yard line. Remember, they got to the 9 after that interception return, so it was 1st and goal from the 9. Now with just under 7 minutes to play, the Wolves are going to try to convert deep in Lake Fenton territory. The toss to Marshall. Room to run, spins, breaks one tackle, and he's down maybe a yard, possibly two shy of the goal line, and it'll be fourth down and just a couple as Marshall broke three or four tackles to get the 6 yards that he picked up. Now it'll be fourth down and goal from the 2, and we've got a timeout called by the Wolves. The 1999 Michigan High School Athletic Association football playoffs will culminate in the Pontiac Silverdome on November 26th and 27th, with 8 champions being crowned. The finals in classes A, B, C, and D will be played on November 26th, while the title games in what was the division Double A, Double B, Double C, and Double D, they'll take place on the 27th. They're going to get all new names with the advent of the new playoff system. But don't miss this opportunity to attend high school football's crowning moment. Make plans now to attend this year's championships at the Pontiac Silverdome, November 26th and 27th. A public service message brought to you from the MHSAA and Comcast Cable Channel 17. And looks like a daughter there, I believe, of one of our camera people, Liz Mulliner, working here tonight. She might have a candidate there for youngest fan here at the homecoming. We'll have to check on that. Here we go. Fourth down and goal from the 2. Wolves looking to get their 4th score of the game. Staggered cadence. Now the toss from Brown to Watson. Speed to the corner. Speed kills. This time as the Wolves snuff out that defensive stand of Lake Fenton, and Ryan Watson with his 4th touchdown of the ball game. Watson with a season for a lot of kids here in the first half. 4 touchdowns? You kidding me? His shortest touchdown run of the ball game. He's gone long distance on the other 3, really long distance on TDs 2 and 3. This time from 2 yards out, converting a 4th down and goal, and the Wolves are on the board again. They'll try the point after attempt. Watson will hold. Waleed Samara. Ready to do. Oh, nice job by the holder there. And the kick is good. I'll tell you what, Ryan Watson, the holder, did a terrific job to get what was a little bit of a low snap. He bobbled it just a moment, but got it on the tee. And let's take a look now at the replay. Here's the touchdown run again. And just watch Watson here. He just races to the corner. Here's the toss, and nobody out there. And he has just got exceptional speed, ran right to the flag, and young man has his 4th touchdown of the football game. And the 4th perfect point after attempt makes it 28-7. The Wolves on top. They come in averaging 29.4 points per game, and so they are just about at their season average in this very first half. And we still have 6:26 left to go. And it'll be Lake Fenton getting the football here in just a moment. And it's been a tough night for them already in the opening half, although they have done something that 3 other teams had not been able to do in the last 3 weeks, and that is put points on the board against this Wolves team. 13 consecutive quarters of shutout football have come to an end. But little solace so far, because it's just 7 points against 28 for the Wolves. Wolves 4 times on the ground. And here's the kickoff that'll go and hit it about the 10. Oh, and it gets past Burdich back there. He's got it at the 4 to the 5, 10. And maybe out to the 15. And it'll be a tough spot to begin this drive. It looks, let's see, just the football just shy of the 15-yard line. There's our score. Genesee on top, 28-7 against the Blue Devils of Lake Fenton. Drive will begin with 6:19 left to play here in the opening half. 4-play drive for the Wolves. with that touchdown. Oh, we've got a flag coming in at the end there, and not much room to run for Latimer, and we'll see what the infraction will be. It came from one of the linesmen, and it came late, so it might have been something on a block or something. Yeah, it's going to be on the tackle. So we've got a face mask, and the Wolves here are going to help Lake Fenton get out of Blue Devil territory deep. So the face mask will be a 15-yarder. So it'll be first down and 10. The 25, so I misspoke earlier. That football was just shy of the 10 where the drive began. So now it'll be Lake Fenton with the football at their own 25-yard line. Clock ticking down, 6 minutes to play. Tom Skinner here along with the rest of the Comcast team. Homecoming at Genesee, and Jason Alexander tries to twist away from some defenders, but no going there. He might have got a yard. Jason Wilson, the principal man on the tackle there. And they're going to give him credit for a gain of 1, so it'll be second down and 9 for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils touchdown coming on a 10-play drive. 63-yard drive. When Latimer hit from behind. Hit first of all, I believe, by Beard, and then finished off. Oh, let's see, who was that? Number 21, Marshall, finishing him off. And that'll be a loss of a couple on the play. Third down and call it 11. In the 10-play drive that resulted in the Lake Fenton touchdown, they completed 3 of 3 passes. There's a throw out to the left flats and a little razzle-dazzle. Burdich takes the toss. Oh, I love the play call. Complete to Morway out there. Morway caught it about 6 or 7 yards downfield and then turned, spun back towards Burdich, who was dragging out of the backfield, and tossed it to Burdich. Oh, a nice work out there. So the pass complete to Morway. And we'll let Morway and Burdich divvy up the official yardage on the play. Who's going to get credit for what? But it gained to 13. The toss to Burdich. He dribbles it, comes right back up with it, though, after he bobbled it, and then he's snowed under by 4 Wolves out there. Among the Wolves in there in the tackle, Nolan Spear. I think Jason Kuhn might have been out there as well. So it'll be a loss of, well, let's call it a loss of 2 on the play. So second down and 12. Clock at 4 minutes to play here in the opening half of play. Split left, slot left. They're going to set up for the screen. Ball's tipped, but still caught out there by Jason Alexander. Picks up a block, breaks through one tackle, and then picks up, pretty decent yardage on that after it was tipped at the line of scrimmage by one of the Wolves trying to put pressure, and we'll give him credit for a pickup of about 6 on the play, maybe 7. So it'll make it third down. Clock at the 3:20 mark now. Receivers to both sides. Burdich, I'll check that. Is that Burdich to the near side? Tough to tell with the angle we're at. Rolling out, throwing. It's going to be complete out there. Nice throw, nice catch. And it'll be for a first down. Complete out there to number 80. That's Jason Phillips. So the first down pass and catch keeps the drive going. First down and 10 in Genesee territory, ball at the 47-yard line. Quarterback draw. Picks up a block. Shakes, bakes, and finally snowed under at about the 42, but some nice work there by Latimer. A 5-yard pickup on the quarterback draw. Yeah, call it pickup of 4, so second down and 6. Clock at the 2:26 mark now. Leading him to the line of scrimmage, center Scott Leduc. Standing under center, Josh Latimer. Reverse pivot, give to the second man, that's Burdich. He breaks the tackle, bounces off a couple more, and then angles inside the 40-yard line, and it'll be a pickup of about 3 on the play. So third down and 3 for Lake Fenton. Tenth play of the drive. This is their second 10-play drive of the ball game. Last one resulted in points. Split left, slot left, tight end to the near side. They'll option. Latimer cuts it back inside, breaks the tackle, and he's going to have first down yardage. No flags in the play. The play will stand, and Latimer is going to pick up, let's call it 8 on the play. Nice play, nice run by Latimer. And the clock continues to tick, minute and a half to play. This will be the 11th play of the drive. Ball in Genesee 33. Back to throw. Latimer rolls to his left, pump fakes, throws, and tough throw. He's thrown across his body while running to his left, and he's a right-handed quarterback and just a bit short out there. That'll stop the clock with a minute 8 left to play here in the opening half here at Genesee. It's homecoming in Genesee. North Genesee Road, northeast part of the Flint community, Flint area. And this town is putting on its best face out here today. Look at the cheerleaders. They got their work going for Lake Fenton. They haven't had as much to cheer about for their ball club as the Wolves have had. But it was neat driving into town today, seeing everything up, supporting the team. Latimer throws, and throws behind the receiver out there. Boy, Latimer had some room to run, but he stopped just shy. We've got a flag on the play. And this is in the secondary. Let's see if this is going to be interference, and if it is, which team it'll go against. We do have interference. And it's against the offense. Let's see if the Wolves take that just for the yardage, because that's going to move them 15 yards farther away. It'll come from the line of scrimmage. Offensive pass interference. It's a loss of down. Loss of down and also yardage. That'll take them all the way back to the 47-yard line. So that'll make it third down and 10. One minute to play here, third down and a country mile. Latimer back to throw, and he's going to be sacked out there. Number 52, Jason Kuhn. Jason Kuhn, number 52, with the sack. Terrific play. Let's see if we can get it again. We got a timeout. Let's see if we got a timeout call by the Wolves. They want to try to save some time on the clock. This will be fourth down. Let's see if we can watch the sack by Kuhn. He came in and quarterback tried to step up, and Kuhn. Let's watch the replay again right here. You'll see 52, Jason Kuhn. Here you get the quarterback drops back to the pass. Kuhn right there coming from the quarterback's right. And Kuhn with the sack, just some nice work, plays off the blocker, and good job there by Kuhn. And that drops the ball back into deep into, no, not deep, but into Lake Fenton territory now. It's 4th and 29. Oh my. In back to kick for Lake Fenton will be Jason Phillips. Shaw back to return this kick. Snap is perfect. Mild pressure, and it's a high twisting kick into the wind, but it takes a Lake Fenton roll. And it's downed at the 24-yard line with 35 seconds left to play. So the Wolves will get it. They will not have a lot of time. They've got 35 seconds on the clock here, left in the second quarter. Genesee beginning at their own 24. So with the receiver wide to the right, man in the slot, going in motion is Marshall. And they'll go reverse to Watson. Watson turns the corner. He's got room to run, picks up a block, picks up another, and keeps going. Oh, we've got bodies flying all over. This young man just does not go down without taking about half the defense with him. 25 seconds left to play. I believe he was knocked out of bounds. Let's see if they stop that clock. They do not start it back up here. Let's see. Nope. So he did get knocked out of bounds. That does stop the clock. A little razzle-dazzle there by the Wolves. Pick up of 25 on the play. First down and 10. 25 seconds to go. Play action fake. Setting up the screen. And quarterback Pete Brown's going to throw. Downfield, and it's picked off. Picked off there by Morway. Good coverage, and we have a flag late down there. It is a flag, and it's post-possession. Let's see what the infraction. No, they're going to wave the flag off. They said, nope, we thought better of it, and they're going to wave it off. For the Wolves, just the 4th interception that they have thrown this year. Just the 4th interception the Wolves have tossed, and now with 11 seconds left, let's see if Lake Fenton does something with it. Ball is at the 41, no, let's call it the 42. First and 10, 11 seconds to go in the half. We have an official timeout, and looks like an official spotted a player out there that was not at full speed. Injured, and hey, the official's job here, certainly it's to make sure that the rules of play are followed, but first and foremost it is safety. You want to make sure that they had a player that, if he needed to be looked at, was going to get the treatment. And going to one knee is quarterback Josh Latimer for the Blue Devils, and that clock should wind down. And that'll be the final play of the opening half here. It has been an entertaining first half. Sparkling play, running the football by a young man by the name of Ryan Watson, number 41. 4 touchdowns. He leads the Wolves in rushing, and he's not showing as if he's slowing down at all. If anything, he's getting better. 28-7 our score. We'll be back with our halftime report and quarters 3 and 4 after this timeout. Hello and welcome back to Genesee High School, home of the Wolves. We're at halftime. Genesee leads 28-7 over the visiting Blue Devils of Lake Fenton. We had a chance to search through the archives, and through the help of a gentleman here at Genesee High School. In fact, Tim Weeks, who's the baseball coach, he remembered an interview that we had done with a young man in the early stages of the 90s, and it's kind of fitting that as the 1990s come to a close here, that we turn the pages back to 1991. And a visit that Mike Gutowski, who was doing some sideline reporting for us at that time, had a chance to do with a young man who was a ball boy, bat boy, kind of a jack of all trades here for the Wolves, and who wanted someday to play for Genesee. Let's go to that interview with Mike Gutowski right now and that young man.
Down to Mike Gutowski right now on the field.
Okay, yeah, Mike Gutowski, Pete Brown is with me, and Pete, you're the water boy, okay, right?
Yep.
All right, you're a fourth grader at Genesee Elementary. How's school going?
Pretty good.
Now, what does a water boy have to do? What are your responsibilities? How do you get prepared for a game?
Well, I have to get the water and the tea, and I have to get the water ready, and I have to pick up the tea after kickoffs.
When do you start preparing on game day?
Probably around half an hour before the game.
Yeah. And 7 years from now, in 1997, you're going to be a junior at Genesee High School if your parents stay in town, right?
Yep.
You going to play for the Genesee High School football team?
Hope so.
Yeah.
Hope so.
What position do you want to play, do you think?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Hey, right here, number 56, maybe. Who knows? The next wide receiver in 1997 for the Genesee Wolves, Pete Brown. Thanks a lot, Pete.
Yep.
Enjoy the rest of the game.
Thanks.
All right. Back upstairs.
Well, that footage coming from 1991, and we thank Tim Weeks for helping remind us about that young man, and now that young man has he aspired to be a player here on this football field instead of just being a water boy and a ball boy, and that young man has lived his dream. He has led his Wolves here in homecoming in his senior year to a halftime lead of 28-7 from a wide receiver. That's what his goal was back then, to be a wide receiver, to now the starting quarterback on a perfect 7-0 team, a team that would like to put 2 more quarters in the book to get win number 8. What a neat story that story of Pete Brown is, and thanks to Tim Weeks, who helped remind us of that footage and remind us of that opportunity. And that was in a game against Holy Rosary back in 1991. And we're going to send some best wishes out to Tim and his wife, who are celebrating an anniversary here tonight. Actually, not here tonight. They're up north. They're missing out on homecoming. But here in spirit and here with us through the magic of the video that Tim reminded us of with Pete Brown. So Pete, now a strapping 6'2", 190-pounder, far cry from jersey number 56 that was hanging on him like drapes back then when he was just a youngster in 1991. And he now has changed from number 56 to number 10. In the first half, 4-touchdown performance by the Wolves' Ryan Watson, scampering 14 yards, 47 yards, 59 yards, and then fourth down and 2, his 4th touchdown of the ball game. He scored from 2 yards out, and that 28-point total up against a 7-point count for Lake Fenton, and that is our margin here at halftime as we get ready to go in this week 8 of high school football in the Genesee area conference, newly named with the addition of Genesee and all the teams in the GAC, probably GEC, now GAC, probably a little bit surprised, maybe not, that Genesee has come in year number 1, knocking on the door of a championship. And after years of playing in the Mid-State Athletic Conference and then playing in the Thumb Area League, Genesee, right here in Genesee County, finally a conference to call their own. And tonight they lead the Lake Fenton Blue Devils 28-7 at halftime. The Blue Devils got on the board after a 10-play drive, and their coach, Rich Rudy, talked about in his game keys wanting to keep the Wolves' offense off the field, keep Genesee's offense off the field by chewing up the clock as best they could, they being Lake Fenton, and keep Lake Fenton's offense on the field as much as possible. Well, they had a 10-play drive capped off by a touchdown run that went off left guard, left tackle area, and got the first score on the board against Genesee since the Goodrich game. 3 consecutive shutouts had been posted by the Wolves defense, but tonight Lake Fenton on the board, and they did it after a 10-play drive, a 1-yard plunge on 3rd down and goal from Jim Burtich, the junior running back, and he went off the left guard center gap area and actually got hit in the backfield before twisting and fighting and working his way into the end zone. Lake Fenton began the football game with the ball, and so Genesee will begin the second half with the football. The Wolves on the year have executed very, very well. On average, they have scored in the 20s or better in every game. 29.4 their average point total per game, allowing just 6.4 points per game. 3 consecutive shutouts. Their only game, only nail-biter per se, that win, well, maybe call it 2. They had a couple of close ones, one against New Lothrop and one against one against Goodrich, pardon me, after Bendel came here, and the Wolves defense forced 7 fumbles. The Wolves had to go on the road at a very good ball club in the Martians of Goodrich. Came away 20-19 winners in that one. They've been consistent all year, averaging nearly 7 yards a carry, rushing the football. When you look at their stats statistically, 30 touchdowns, 14 extra points, 3 2-point conversion runs, couple of conversions on the pass. They've had a safety. They've scored in a lot of different ways. Here goes the opening kickoff of this third quarter, and the give to Marshall. He's along the far sidelines. He's got blockers in front of him. Marshall breaks it back outside, and Marshall's going to go the distance. Lightning strikes again. Big plays for the Wolves, and they score on the opening kickoff of the third quarter. We'll have to take a look at that, see where he actually got possession of it, because they showed the reverse back there, and we'll see exactly where possession began. Watson was back there, and as it turns out, it was number 21, Chuck Marshall. And, oh, folks, I got bad news. We have no replay on that. No replay on that, and so it looked as though that was in the neighborhood of about 85 yards. But here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's going to go through that left upright, just inside the left upright. Yeah, there you see the siren going off, and the emergency there is the need for a little better kick coverage as the Blue Devils just rocked at the opening play of the second half. So the Wolves scoring on an, we'll call it an 85-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by number 21, Chuck Marshall, the senior, 5'11", 175-pounder. And for him, big play. And for the Wolves, maybe the dagger, maybe the final dagger. We'll see how Lake Fenton responds to this. Most teams have done the squib type kicks, and really Genesee hasn't had a lot of opportunities to return kickoffs this year. Watson had been averaging 33 a return in his 5 returns. Here's Alexander from about his 12, up over the 20, 25, and they're going to mark the football right around the 30-yard line. So with the point after being good, 35-7, the final numbers on that kickoff, we're going to have to guesstimate at 85. Going wide to the right, Ryan Bird for the Blue Devils. Give inside. See if that's Burdich or if it's Alexander. It's going to be Alexander on the carry. And he loses a yard on the play, so second down now and 11. Ball on the 28-yard line. Drive began on the 29. And a pass out in the right flats, complete out there to number 21, Tom Regis. And Regis is going to pick up yardage that'll take him up over the 30, near the 35. In fact, it'll be past the 35. They're going to put the football down on the 36-yard line. So a gain of 8 on the play. No, pardon me, a gain of 7 on the play. Set up third down and 4. 3rd and 4 here in the third quarter, 35-7. Genesee moving towards win number 8. Give off the right side to Jim Burdich, nowhere to go. It'll be a loss on the play. And it'll be back inside the 35. They'll put it at the 34. So Lake Fenton will have to punt it away. So 4th down. Lone back deep to take this punt is Watson. The kick is an end-over-end kick that'll hit right at the 40. Into the hands on one bounce to Ryan Watson. He tries to get to the corner. And excellent coverage downfield, this time by Jason Alexander. With him, Paul LeBlanc. But good job, and I tell you what, that just tells you a lot about the kids at Lake Fenton. After being shocked to start the third quarter on the long return, being stuffed there in 4 plays, 3 and out, 3, and then the punt. Good hustle there by Alexander to get down and cover. He's a senior, 5'8", 180-pounder. Seniors know that they're running out of plays, they're running out of time. Give to Watson. Ran through one would-be tackler, and the ball sprung free, but after a couple of whistles had blown. Give the tackle to Chris Morway. Ball on the 42-yard line. Pickup of, let's call it 3 on the play. So it'll be second down and 7. Clock running, 9:10 to go here in the third. Got a man flanked to the right out of your picture. Brown will keep it after showing the dive and pulling it back out of the stomach of the running back, and let's see what Brown picks up. Yeah, it's a gain of a couple, so it'll be third down and 5. Drive began on the 38 of Genesee. Split backfield. Double tight end look. Brown barks the signals out. Pulls it back, tosses it to Marshall. Marshall is driven out of bounds along the far sidelines right in front of the Genesee bench area. Clock will be stopped there as they spot the football and give him credit for a gain of about 3. So it's going to be 4th down. 2 to go, maybe a long one, and they're going to go for it. Wolves have completed just 30% of their passes this year, but right now I think you're going to see a run. You'll see Watson get the football here. Long count, not even going to need the run. Oh, and terrific work with the cadence by the senior, Pete Brown. Pete's father's the offensive coordinator for this team. Offsides defense. Talked to Jim Mastering before the game, and he said, they don't even let me call any plays anymore. Yeah, the offensive coordinator has done a terrific job, and Mr. Pete Brown getting a little extra help with his dad being the offensive coordinator. I'm sure they talk football a lot. Oh, nice move by Marshall. Shake, bake. Hey, it's ready. Put it in the oven, but we're going to have a block that'll bring it back. This will be a clip. I believe it's going to be a clip. Let's see. If it were to stand, if it will be a clip. Oh, it's too bad. See if we can bring this one back just to show the terrific work by Marshall. It'll be a spot foul, so they'll mark it off from where the clip occurred. And that'll make it first down and 11. Let's watch it again here real quick and just see the nice work by Marshall. He really does some nice job, nice work there in breaking tackles. There's the give. Now watch, there's one, there's another. There's another arm tackle, and hey, it's too late now. Just great speed and quickness. So many weapons for this Wolves offense here. So it's going to be first down and call it 12 after the mark-off. Play action, fake, back to throw. Going downfield, got a man open, twisting and catching. What a great adjustment by the receiver. And let's take a look at this one again. I think that the ball was caught out there, but let's see if we can get another look at this. Pass was ruled incomplete. Travis Carpenter really doing a nice job adjusting to the ball. The ball was over the wrong shoulder, with the route that he was running, but he made a nice adjustment back to the ball. And we'll take, it'll be second down and 12. We'll look at the replay following this play on second and 12. Ball just shy of midfield. Wolves with the football in the lead, 35-7. Brown reverse pivot, gives to the first man through. And picking up the 3, maybe 4 yards. We got a flag late. Let's watch the replay right now of that previous play. Be a blow to the head against the defense. Here's the play action. Now the throw. Well, it's tough to tell there even. I'm not sure if we've got to look down low with our camera down low. If we do, we'll try to get an angle on it that way. That was in fast motion. That's tough to see right there. Regardless, well, that's our only angle we're going to have. So inconclusive there, tough to tell. But the penalty will go against Lake Fenton. It'll make it first down and 10 for the Wolves. Ball's on about the 29-yard line. Receivers to both sides. Staggered cadence there by the quarterback Brown. The give to Marshall, and he doesn't have much room to run. Jason Alexander getting the first hand on him. Alexander reaching out and grabbing him by the jersey and bringing him down. And call it a gain of, let's call it a long 2. Will be second down and 8, short 7. We've seen big plays from Marshall. We've seen big plays from Watson. A lot of people can strike quickly here for the Wolves. Talk about some of the numbers here in just a moment. Double tight look, twins in the backfield, reverse pivot to give to Marshall. Well, good penetration defensively by the Lake Fenton Blue Devil defense. And let's give the attaboys out to number, I believe it was 51 that time. Corey Chappelle on the tackle. Gain of a couple on the play. So it's third down and 6 for Genesee. 6 different Wolves average 5 yards or better. They've got 2 others that are 4.8 and 4.7. Lots of different people they can go to for big plays. Reverse pivot. Brown will keep it. He's a big play man. Brown breaks it back inside. Now to the outside. Brown racing, and he's going to score from 25 yards out. Pete Brown with the touchdown for the Wolves. .6:01 to play in the third. 41-7. Genesee on top. And Pete Brown just went the distance, 25 yards for the score. Averaging 5.3 yards a carry on the year, and he got that 5.3 and 19.7 more. Snap is perfect. Hold is up. Kick is up, and it's going to be good. And let's take a look at the replay again here. You see the nice work by Pete Brown. This will be the touchdown. And watch the work here. Ground level view, and watch the work by Brown. Reverse pivot. Gets the defense going one way, then he breaks it back the other. Oh, I don't know that he got touched. Terrific play by Pete Brown. Kind of hard to argue with all the weapons that this Genesee team has. With 6:01 to go here in the third. So now they'll keep the clock running with the 42-7 margin. When a team goes ahead by 35 or more, they go to the running clock. And will not change that until the margin drops under 35. Well, for Pete Brown, it's his 7th touchdown on the campaign. 3rd leading scorer on this ball club. Ryan Watson now the leader with his 4 touchdowns added to what he brought into the game here. The kick goes down to to Alexander, and Alexander with the return out to the 30. Watson now with 12 touchdowns on the year. Marshall with 10. So it's 1st down and 10 for Lake Fenton. Ball on the 30. Give inside. Oh, nice tough run. Hard running there by Jim Burdich. I mean, he went between the guards and the linebackers there and started playing a little bit of pinball. So Burdich with, call it 9 tough yards, gives Lake Fenton some options on 2nd and 1. Wide to the right, Tom Regis. Double tight look and back to throw. Latimer. Oh, and he's going to be sacked back there. Latimer dropped back there. I believe it was number 80 out there, Tom McGregor. And it'll be a loss of about 6 on the play. 3rd down and 7. Split left, slot left. Latimer rolling to his left. Throws to the near sideline. It's caught out there, and it'll be good enough for 1st down yardage. Let's take a look at that one again. I believe that was completed out there to Ryan Bird. Bird with the 1st down grab. Nice throw that time. Rolling to his left, throwing across his body. Josh Latimer, the senior, doing a nice job. Wide to the right goes Regis again. Double tight look. Twins in the backfield with that veer. The toss to Burdich. Inside, outside, back inside. Nowhere to go. Let's see if we can look at that catch again. Nice play by Latimer. I'm not sure if we will have all of it. We'll take a peek here. Watch him roll to his left. He's got Alexander blocking. Here's the throw. And then the catch, then the ball pops out after he's out of bounds. So 2nd down and 10. Latimer back to throw. Pressured. Gets hammered as he lets it go. Nearly intercepted out there by number 13, Travis Carpenter. Carpenter looking for the interception. Ball went through his hands. Love to have that one back, I tell you that. So it's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Clock winding down, 2:20 to go here in the 3rd. Homecoming at Genesee, and the Wolves are going to be happy. Band and cheerleaders and homecoming court and Queens. Now a halfback pass. They're going to throw back to the quarterback, Latimer, and it's incomplete. And sniffing that out quite nicely was Chuck Marshall. Marshall did a good job coming up, and we'll see if we can test our crew in the truck again. It'll be 4th down and 10. We'll try to get this replay after this punt. Latimer back to kick for Lake Fenton. Snap is perfect, and he gets the twisting kick away from Schaub, the deep man. And Burnich back there, and he touches it up. Let's see if we can watch the play, that 3rd down play. And Rich Rudy, the coach for Lake Fenton, I like the razzle-dazzle. We've seen some little bit of different things. Here it is again. There's the toss to the halfback. The throwback to the quarterback, who was the eligible receiver, went through his hands. But tell you what, Chuck Marshall, not fooled for a moment. He was right there. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wolves. And we have a new quarterback in there. Schaub is the quarterback. And they give to the first man through. Just a half minute to play here in the 3rd. I believe it was Nathan Chase, who carried the football that time. He's going to pick up a couple. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Genesee with the football. Drive began on their own 29. This will not even get off here as the clock winds down to zeros. And they'll put fresh 12 up on the board as we'll go to the 4th quarter here. I want to thank Jim Mastering, the athletic director here at Genesee, also the head football coach. Appreciate your hospitality, you and the staff here. Enjoyed coming out here for the first 3, and we'll get 12 more in the book here as your team, Jim Mastering, putting up some impressive numbers, now moving towards the 8th win of the year. And this Genesee team will be faced with a final home test against Bentley, and then they'll look and see how it all plays out and see where they finish in the GAC. Right now they control their own destiny, can finish no worse than, I believe, a co-championship. It takes some real crazy stuff from the rest of the other teams in the league, most notably Montrose, for them to not finish as co-champions. But hey, stranger things have happened here in high school football. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. So we start the 4th quarter here from the home of the Wolves, Genesee. There you see a good look right over the left shoulder of the quarterback as he barks the signals out. Tom Schaub, hands off inside. And that'll be number 23, Nathan Chase. And Chase with the first down pickup. It'll be first down and 10. Give him 9 on that play. Ball at the 40-yard line. Split left. We've got a man in the slot tight to the line. Schaub tries to give the first man through, but ball is bobbled, and I believe Schaub recovered his own fumble. So it'll be second down and 11. Lost a yard on the play. You see, look right down the line. I think that's Gerald Ward's camera that's giving you that. Appreciate Gerald coming out tonight. Lou Fenton and Liz Molnar, our 3 camera people here tonight in the truck. Greg Lagrasso and Jana Centerwall. And seeing a friendly face I haven't seen in for a while. Lorna Kelly coming in and saying hello. Lorna, longtime athletic director out of Lakeville, and we worked together on the Kiwanis, well, back then it was the Exchange Club Student Athlete of the Year Awards program, and Lorna with a number of student athletes from Lakeville who were the top honorees in our now Kiwanis Student Athlete program. Good to see you, Lorna, and we hope the world's treating you well. It'll be third down now and 11 for the Wolves, working against the Blue Devil defense in blue and the road white jerseys. We'll go right side. Ball's fumbled. Let's see who comes up with it. Nice play there by number 72, Matt LaBranche, the 6'3", 210-pound senior. So it's going to be fourth down and about 16 for the Wolves. They'll be forced to kick it away, and Marshall will go back to kick. Twin return men back there in the likes of Jim Burdich and Josh Latimer. Snap is perfect. Marshall kicks a twisting, wobbling kick that'll hit at the 30 and take a Genesee roll. Oh my. Looks like that ball is going to be spotted on about the 16-yard line, no, 17, 49-yard punt. Terrific kick there. So Marshall with an NFL-like 49-yarder. So the Blue Devils will go to work offensively. 8:40 to go here in this one. Receiver split to the right is Bird. Give up the middle and lots of running room. Jim Burdich. And Burdich is going to pick up a bundle. They'll give him a gain of about 16 on the play. So that'll give Lake Fenton a little more breathing room. Ball will be marked on about the 33. First down and 10 for the Blue Devils. They've had a couple of drives of 10 plays or more. Oh, and here's the reverse pivot. Latimer back to throw. He's got a man. No, he doesn't. Alexander had drifted towards the middle instead of the outside, and Latimer had him going the other way, so it'll be an incomplete pass. Second down and 10. Well, the Wolves came in here. Defensively, they wanted to be able to flow to the ball, stop their lead runners in the off-tackle plays, and by and large, they have. Coach Jim Mastering talked about his concerns with Jim Burdich, and although Burdich with a fine run 2 plays ago, Burdich has been held in check for the most part, and they also wanted to slow down the sweep of Lake Fenton, not let him really get to the outside of any student body type work. Now Latimer back to throw. He's got a man on the near side, complete to Burdich. Oh, and Burdich out there slips between 2 Genesee defenders, and the Genesee defenders run into each other. Carpenter out there and Aaron Horton just kind of missing the Blue Devil sandwich. Instead of the Blue Devil sandwich, they were bedeviled just a bit. First down catch out there by Burdich. That'll put the ball in Wolves territory. 1st and 10, Lake Fenton. 6:20 to go here in the football game. They give inside to Alexander, and Alexander with some tough running in the heart of that defense. One of the men in green, John Hayden, number 64, in on the snap. He was one of about 4 Wolves who had him wrapped up. Give him credit for a gain of, let's call it 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. 5:50 to go here as the Wolves will post win number 8. Again, they'll be hosting Bentley next week. Man wide to the left and split end to the right for the Blue Devils. They're going to go one-on-one. Toss out there to LeBlanc and broken up nicely by Carpenter. Carpenter out there got some help from the safety, Tim King, who came over, but he had it defended pretty well, did Mr. Carpenter. Nice job by Travis. He's a senior, 6'1", 160-pounder, working against junior Paul LeBlanc. So the Blue Devils will go to a different part of the chalkboard, see what they can draw up here. Be 3rd down and 7. Split left, slot left. Tight end to the near side. Latimer rolling to his left. Throws a wobbler out there, and it's going to be picked off by Aaron Horton. Oh, and he picks up a big block. He's going down along the far right sideline. Aaron Horton with the INT, and we got flags all over. I believe there'll be post-possession flags, post-possession fouls, pardon me. So the interception will probably stand. Let's take a look at the replay again right now. You saw some Genesee players flying back to try to help on blocks, and it's probably going to be something in the clip area. Here's the throw, and it's a wobbler. Then Horton steps in front, and a couple of flags, pardon me, and the clip will bring it back. Post-possession foul. The interception had already occurred, so it does not wipe out the play. It just wipes out part of the return. So with 3:45 to go, Genesee will take over. Wide to the left goes James Croak. The give off the right side. And running in a crowded phone booth of blue and white. Let's see, who is that? Number 23, Nathan Chase. Nowhere to run. And they're going to give him credit for a gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 for the Wolves. And the give off the left side. Or is there a give? Did Schaub keep the football? Looks like he might have. He got buried. And among those in there, Corey Chappelle, along with number 72, Matt LeBranch. And running back out after getting the play, Tom Schaub, getting it from Mike Brown, the offensive coordinator. Man in motion, Jason Wilson. Give inside. And was that Horton in the carry? We'll see. Might have been Aaron Horton. Number 37, was it? Boy, tough to tell. I see 7s and 6s and 3s, and whomever it was, he didn't get enough, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down and call it 8. Under 2 minutes to go. Back to kick will be Marshall. To return it will be Chris Morway and Josh Latimer. Snap a little low, but Marshall handles it cleanly. There you see the ball twisting and turning, and it hits, and it'll take a Genesee roll inside the 30, down to the 25. Now let it roll dead right at the 25-yard line. So another fine kick by Marshall. Now Jim Mastering and his assistant coaches, John Pintek, Mike Brown, Brad Brown, Chris Scott. He also wanted to mention Rex McClincha, Mike Todd, and Todd Zamaripa, all helping out, making this all work. Stu Hoffman is their statistician. He's been busy tonight. Varsity cheerleaders, Cheryl Hoffman is the coach, and Erin Gervais, Sony Hodgkin, Bonnie Klemkow, Katie McGregor, Adrian Ochadnicki, and Candace Thorsby. They've had a lot to cheer about tonight. The toss to Burdich. Well, he's shaking tacklers left, right, left, right. Oh, I'll tell you, the play by Burdich tonight has been inspiring to watch. He is really given everything, as I think everybody has out here. It's a 42-7 score. The Wolves are going to post the W, but I think the two coaches on both sides can be proud of their kids. Both teams had kids hustling and fighting and scrapping till the very, very final seconds. And those final seconds are winding down. 4, 3, 2, 1. They'll get a playoff, and nope, the officials say it did not get snapped in time, and 42-7 will be the final as the Wolves continue their march towards an undefeated season. Now 8-0, 42-7, our final score here from Genesee High School, where the Wolves of Genesee post their 8th win of the year in what has been an unblemished season through 8 games. For Lake Fenton, they'll fall to 3-5, and Lake Fenton next week will close their season out. Doesn't get any easier. They play Bendel at home next week, while Bentley will be in the path of the Wolves of Genesee as the season will wind down next week. Selection Sunday will be the Sunday after the regular season finale. So, folks, I believe the date will be the 24th of October for the Michigan High School Athletics Association Selection Sunday. Stay tuned to Fox Sports Detroit for that selection program to find out where the area teams are going to be playing and who they're going to be playing this year. We're going to take a timeout, send a public service message your way, and then I'll go down on the field to complete our work here at Genesee. We'll talk with the Wolves coach Jim Mastering tonight, and maybe get a chance to visit with Pete Brown and turn the pages back to 1991 again. That and more in our post-game show from Genesee, where in homecoming style fashion, the Wolves come up with a big win, 42-7. Hello and welcome to our post-game show, Field Level, with a couple of gentlemen who contributed, just two of the numbers of players that contributed in the homecoming win tonight for the Wolves of Genesee. From 7-0, they go to 8-0 with the win. Let's start on the outside. Big first half. In fact, a first half that a lot of people don't have in a season. But with Ryan Watson here on the outside, Ryan from 14 yards, 47 yards, 59 yards, and then the little 2-yard scamper there that you barely broke a sweat on. What a terrific night. Congratulations on a big night for you and for the rest of your offense.
Thanks a lot. You know, I really got to thank a lot of my linemen for getting me there. Without their hard work and dedication during practice, I'd have never gotten the end zone. I mean, they really work hard during practice, and this was a game we had to step in. I mean, we're playing Bentley next week, and we got to start looking for the playoffs, and I really want to thank everybody.
For you and for the rest of the seniors, what a great way to have your homecoming go with a big win.
Yeah, it was. We were really looking forward to this last year. We won 26-20 over Armada, and that was our first homecoming win for quite a long time. And now this is 2 in a row, and we hope the guys next year can also contribute to another win on the homecoming night.
Now, one more note here on your side, then we're going to talk to the gentleman right next to me. When I was a kid, I'd lay awake at night and think about what a perfect game might be. And I wasn't a running back. I've played linebacker and tight end, and 4 touchdowns never entered my mind. What was it like for you laying awake at night thinking about what a big game would be? Something like this?
Yeah, it's something like this. You think some running backs, they think, having 200 yards a game is a real big night. But even if I don't score in a game, it's still a big night as long as we win. And, I do whatever I can to contribute. And if it's scoring 4 touchdowns in a game to win the game, then I'll be there. I'll be there for them.
Alrighty. Well, Ryan, this is a guy that's been contributing to Genesee football for a long time, and for a while was as a water boy or a ball boy or whatever it might be. And at halftime, we featured this young man in an interview that Mike Gutowski did back in 1991. And you wanted to be a wide receiver back then, Pete. I hope you don't feel disappointed you had to be a quarterback.
Oh no, I've been around Genesee football for a long time. My dad's been a coach here for a while, and yeah, I always wanted to be a wide receiver when I was a little kid. I always liked going out and catching the ball, but came 7th grade, they turned me into a quarterback, and it's fine by me. I don't really care. It's fine.
Now, this has got to be a little bit of a dream growing up. Dad is an offensive coordinator, and you're the quarterback. You guys sit at home at the kitchen table and draw up plays and think about what might work here and there?
Yeah, you got to have good communication between your coaches, and I don't know another better way to have better communication than to have the coach be your dad, but that really helps us out a lot, and communication's great. We kind of read each other's minds at sometimes. It's okay.
What's it been like for you? Literally, we talked about the interview way back when you were a water boy, ball boy, etc. What's it been like growing up in the Genesee system and having a chance now to live a dream of contributing here in a homecoming like this and as a quarterback?
As I was a little kid, I grew up and I always wanted, to play football. It was my big dream here to play football, and for a while there we had a great tradition, and then a couple years we didn't do so well, and now we're back doing great, and it's a great feeling. We're 8-0 now, and we're hopefully do well in the playoffs and keep going. And it's been fun so far, and hopefully it keeps going for us.
Alrighty, well listen, I know that the reverse pivot worked well here tonight. Well, the regular straight handoff. I'm going to reverse pivot from you guys, and I'm going to reverse pivot over here and invite your head coach to come in. And from a couple of the players that contribute to Coach Jim Mastering. Jim, congratulations on a big W tonight.
Thanks,
your kids came out, and from the very beginning, your defense stepped up, got a big stop defensively, and then your offense came back and with the first opportunity, went and got put points on the board.
Yeah, we were real pleased with that. I was, at the very beginning especially, I was a little upset there for a little while in the second quarter when we were giving up some yards there, but the defense did put a stop to it, and then our offense stepped up pretty big. We had a couple big runs by this guy over here, and that helped tremendously.
Well, your offensive line did a tremendous job out there. How important is it to your overall scheme for those guys to step up and contribute and open holes from the very get-go?
Well, we feel we have 2 real fine running backs, but they're not going to do it all on their own, and we think that our offensive line was a lot of new people on there, and each week they've gotten better, and that's what we've been hoping for, and they're starting to really come around.
One of the things that we talked about on Wednesday was in the 3 facets of the game, you were hoping that your special teams could come up big, and what a way to begin the third quarter, kind of maybe the dagger that really put them away, an opening kickoff for a score.
Yeah, I think Chuck Marshall had a great run, but he had some good blocking, and it was a great fake in the back, and it seemed like everybody was going after number 41 there for a little while.
Well, I think it's called execution.
Yeah, that was, and they executed extremely well.
Well, execution has brought 8 wins in a row. You've got the Bulldogs coming in for your final test in the regular season next week. We wish you well with that one.
Well, thank you.
Alrighty. Well, Jim Mastering and his ball club celebrating win number 8. It's a homecoming win here from the home of the Wolves. 42-7 the final for our 3 members of our post-game team here helping out, and for everybody behind the scenes, I'm Tom Skinner from Genesee High School. 42-7 the final, a homecoming type win for the Wolves as they march one step closer to their first GAC championship.